Hello and welcome. This is the TxDOTCONNECT Basic Navigation video. It's designed to familiarize you with TxDOTCONNECT, and it's intended for users with view-only access, whether you're a TxDOT employee or an external stakeholder of the agency. Let's get started. We're on the login screen for TxDOTCONNECT. Now remember, TxDOTCONNECT works best in Google Chrome, but it will also function in Internet Explorer 11 and Firefox. Logging in is easy. Just use your regular TxDOT credentials for login and password. Upon logging into TxDOTCONNECT, you will immediately land on the home page, which contains the dashboard including the My Tasks and My Groups List sections. In Release 1, resource requests for right-of-way, utilities, and rail have been developed utilizing workflow functionality. If you were involved in these processes, you will want to keep an eye on the My Tasks and My Group List sections of the homepage. Future releases will have additional workflow functionality for things like Project Stage and Project Manager assignment. The Tools menu is located in the upper right-hand corner of the page. The Tools menu has tooltips available. Hover over any of these icons if you need a reminder of their function. You can click the TxDOT icon to navigate to www.txdot.gov. You can click the question mark icon to access help for any page in TxDOTCONNECT. The help will be specific to the page you currently have open. You can click the page icon to access automated reports. More information about this is provided later on in this video. You can click your user profile icon, which contains your profile information and notification settings. And finally, you can click the Log Out icon to log out of TxDOTCONNECT. Let's look at the profile page. The fields in the profile page are automatically populated with information from the TxDOT Active Directory. You can also adjust your email notification preferences here. By turning on this feature, you elect to receive a notification when you were assigned a task or if an action has occurred in response to a request you made. You can also see your security roles and the districts you were assigned to. If you need to change your district, division, or role, please submit a ticket using TxDOT Now. You can click on the Home icon from any page in TxDOTCONNECT to return to the home page. For Release 1, the Projects tab is the only operational option in the menu. Click Projects to search for or create a project. A drop-down menu appears with the options shown. To find an existing project, click Project Search. To enter a new project, you can select Create a Project and choose the project type you wish to create. Note, only those with the proper security access can create new projects in TxDOTCONNECT. How to create a project is covered in a separate training. We'll click Project Search to go to the Project Search screen. If you're a district employee, you will see by default a list of all projects in your district. If you're a division employee, you will not see any projects until you search. You can search for a project with up to 3 search criteria. Use the Filter drop-down list to select your search criteria, and once you've selected one or more search criteria, type in a search term. Then click Search. Your search results will appear at the bottom part of the screen. There are several different column headers that you can use here to filter your search results. They include Project ID, Controlling Project ID, Control Section Job or CSJ, Project Type, Project Subtype, District Division, County, Federal Project Number, Highway, Assigned to, Project Status, Project Stage, Project Classification, Let Schedule Fiscal Year, and the date created. You can filter your search results by typing in the field at the top of the column. Once you begin typing, the list will filter as you type to include only those projects that match the data you've entered. You can also click the column header itself to sort the data in that column in ascending or descending order. If you click a project once, you'll only highlight it. If you want to open it, double-click, and you'll navigate to the project's information. An existing project will open immediately on the project details page, but the project information is organized across several pages, which are displayed in the left navigation menu, which allows access to any page in TxDOTCONNECT. We'll start with the project header. The project header appears at the top of every project page, and it contains high-level project information. Let's go through them one by one. Project ID. This is the primary identifier for the project. It's generated and assigned by the system once the project is saved. Project name. This is a unique name for the project. Note, the project name should usually follow the format of highway number, from point, end point. Project stage. This indicates where the project is on its path to completion. Project status. This indicates the project's current status. Project type. This is the type of project created in TxDOTCONNECT. The different project types include construction, non-let, alternative delivery, transfers, and feasibility studies. Project subtype. Project subtype further defines the type of work that will be done or how the project will be delivered. The available options are driven by the project type. District. This is the name of the district where the project was assigned based on funding. County. This is the county in which the project is located. Highway. This is the highway where the project's work is being performed. And finally, control section. This is the control section of the highway. TxDOTCONNECT displays information about the project arranged in multiple sections on each page. The sections of the project details page include Project Details. Now, this is the section called Project Details, not to be confused with the page named Project Details. It includes information like limits from and to, project classification, the short description, which replaces layman's description 1 and 2 in DCIS, and the long project description, which can be up to 250 characters in length. Estimated cost. This contains a summary of the project cost estimates, drawing from the engineer's estimate in DCIS. Certain project managers will be able to update these fields and calculations manually. Pedestrian and bicycle facilities. This section contains information about any features for pedestrians and bicycles, like sidewalks or bike lanes, that are associated with the project location. Project identifiers. This displays alternate numbers that identify the project, including the controlling project ID, the control section job, and state and federal project identifiers. There are sections for financials, Unified Transportation Program, Statewide Transportation Improvement Program, and Environmental. More functionality will be added for these sections in later releases. At the bottom of the project details page, project managers can add department initiatives, ancestors, and ascendants to their projects. Finally, as new projects are created in TxDOTCONNECT, you'll be able to see who created them and when. Now that we've looked at the project details page, let's move to the location page. This is actually above the project details page in the left navigation menu because it's the first page that a project creator completes. The sections include the location map, location data, control section data, roadway assets, bridge assets and proposed bridges, and rail assets. The first section of the location page is the location map. This tool is an interactive map on which you can view the project and local features. TxDOTCONNECT creates a 1-mile radius buffer zone surrounding the start and end points. Information pertaining to assets within the buffer zone populates the fields in the sections of the page below. View-only users can still adjust the map view. You can click and hold anywhere on the map, grab, and then pan around. You can also zoom in, zoom out, or view the entire state of Texas. Only project creators will be able to draw a point or draw a line. For a description of the assets that appear within the 1-mile buffer zone, you can click the Map key to view a legend and description of these symbols. You can also add additional features using the map layers in the left navigation menu. Expand the Location Map section and check the boxes next to features that you would like to see more about. You can choose up to 5 layers at one time. The remaining sections of the location page are populated with information pertaining to the project or surrounding assets. Under Control Section Data, you'll find information pertaining to the project's control section, including begin and end latitude and longitude, and pavement scores. The Roadway Assets section displays characteristics about the roadway assets that lie within the 1-mile buffer zone. The Bridge Assets section displays characteristics about the bridge assets that lie within the 1-mile buffer zone. Finally, the Rail Assets section displays characteristics about rail assets that lie within the 1-mile buffer zone. That's it for the location page, and we've already looked at project details. Next, we'll navigate to the funding page using the left navigation menu. The funding page consists of the funding summary and the funding details. The funding details is further divided into sections based on the type of funding: planning, preliminary engineering, construction, and right-of-way. There are also fields toward the bottom that depend on the category of funding selected, and a grid for federal authorization information. More details about this funding page are provided in our funding management and letting management training courses. Now, using the left navigation menu, we'll navigate to the letting page. The letting page contains details regarding letting for the selected project. It's completed by the project manager who created the project and the letting team. More information is provided in our Create and Update a Project training and in the Letting Management Coordinator training. The sections available under the letting page include the letting schedule details. This section contains crucial dates for when and how the project will be let. Associate and disassociate projects. This section allows for projects to be assigned or unassigned as a controlling project ID or as a subordinate project. Bidding type. This section includes detailed information needed to create a proposal and manage letting. Pre-bidders conference. This grid contains information about pre-bidder conferences. Performance end dates. This section contains expected end dates for phases of work. The project creator can update the district and division sections, and the FHWA section is updated by letting management. Finally, the contract summary section of this page. This section contains a contract summary, some of which will be automatically populated. Next, we'll look at the Goals and Objectives page. The Goals and Objectives page contains information about TxDOT and states goals and objectives for the selected project. It helps certain areas of TxDOT to track which transportation projects help TxDOT meet the agency's overall goals and objectives. The goals are divided into percentages based on the project classification that was assigned back on the project details page. Now let's navigate to the Resources page in the left navigation menu. The Resources page is where the creator of the project can go to request additional resources to be assigned to the project. There are 3 sections on this page: Project Managers, which includes names and contact information for assigned Project Manager Initiate, Project Manager Design, and Project Manager Construction. The Resources section of the Resources page is where a project manager can request right-of-way, utilities, and railroad resources. The request will create the right-of-way project once approved. The last section is Local Government, where a project manager can add information about local government resources. Next, we'll navigate to the Right-of-Way Utilities page in the left navigation menu. If a project manager requests right-of-way or utilities resources be assigned to a project, and the request is approved, this page becomes populated with information about the right-of-way or utilities project. Next, let's navigate to the Workflow, Forms, and Templates page using the left navigation menu. The Workflow, Forms, and Templates page consists of 3 sections: Workflow Status, Forms, and Templates. This is where the project manager can come to monitor a resources request. Future releases will include requests and forms that will generate workflow processes to be monitored. Now we'll navigate to the Project Comments page in the left navigation menu. On the Project Comments page, anyone with Edit or Create security roles can add a comment to a project. They'll select a type, enter their comment, and then save. Once the comment is added, TxDOTCONNECT captures the created by and date created. Any user of TxDOTCONNECT, internal or external, can view comments. You cannot delete or edit a previous comment. We've gone through all the pages in the left navigation menu. Now, let's return to that Reporting button in the Tools menu at the top of the page. In Release 1, you can select the type of automated report you want from the screen in TxDOTCONNECT. Some report types are restricted by role. You'll select the appropriate report group in the left menu, then select the desired report from the group. The Report Options window will open. Select your report criteria, which will vary depending on the report. Then, click OK. You can export the report in a number of different file formats, or view right within TxDOTCONNECT. There is a lot of information on these pages. Don't forget that you always have access to information about your current page by clicking the Help icon in the upper right corner in the Tools menu. The Help information opens in a separate browser window to prevent replacing the page you're on. The help information is specific to the page you currently have open. The sections and fields are described in the order they appear on the page in question, not in alphabetical order. That's it for TxDOTCONNECT Basic Navigation. Thanks for watching.